What we see here is a dashboard, and this dashboard comes up on a web page, and this is done through io.adafruit.com, and you can create a number of different items that you can put on your dashboard and have interaction between various devices. So because this is a web page, we can access it through any tablet, anything with a web browser. Now if we take a look here, if I turn this knob here all the way to the left, and within a few seconds what it's going to do is update, and notice it not only updates here with a value, it's also going to update on here with a graph. So it becomes almost like Etch-a-Sketch. We can sort of turn this back down a bit, wait for a few seconds for it to update, and when it updates it's going to then show it on the graph and also show it on the gauge. And these are the kinds of things you can do very easily. So whatever you do locally here, this is going through the Ethernet connector on our Freedom K64 out to the web and being able to access this information. Now this is using something called Message Queue Telemetry Transport, or MQTT. Now some of the things, let's take a look back here. If we look here, we can see that under feeds we have a number of different feeds. So the information that's coming from the pod is being stored in this particular feed here. If I open this up, I can see the graph of what it looks like over the last little bit of time that I had. It's constantly changing as time goes on, and that's the feeds. If we look at triggers, we can have a trigger here where we can say, let's take a look and edit this particular trigger, and it says if the push button is equal to, say, a 13, publish a message to push button and say the word David. And 13, if we go back and look at our dashboard here, this particular number here that I press is going to generate a 13. Now if I push again, there's a 13, but when I press it, it's going to trigger and say the word David. So you can have triggers, you can have all this. We can also push 1 here, and 1 is going to turn this on to be red because the 16 has been pre-programmed to make this red. If we say 2, that's green. If we say 3, that's this. If we say stop up here, it's going to go back to this. But we can also use this color wheel, and we can change the color to any color we want in our rainbow and just say save, and it puts it on here. So we have the ability to control just about anything on our board remotely, and we can also update things from our board onto our web page. And we have some push buttons down here. I'm going to push this one here, and it's going to say, when I press it, left push button. When I push this one, it's going to say right push button. So we have the ability to have the web page respond to what's going on our microcontroller, and we have the ability to change what's going on our microcontroller based on what we do in the web page. This is done through Message Queue Telemetry Transport, which is a publish and subscribe kind of thing. So it's publishing messages like 16 or say 18 and responding to those based on a program that you've written in C.